Hello there, everybody. Hi, and welcome to Everyday Magic Vlog. Um, wow, I got really sunburned and um, sun roasted yesterday in the Australian sun. So I'm planning to go swimming today. Um, so yesterday, let's see. All right, so today is Monday, October the 20th. Let's work backwards. So this has been a really nice morning already. I've been figuring out how to schedule and share the all the goodies and treats that are coming up on Halloween in the Substack paid tier, including our Daily Body Magic, which is a breath work, body work, qigong, meditation, healing, power embracing just a really, really amazing connection with our body, with the earth, with one another, with cosmos that we are going to be offering almost every day for that. So I did that with my private group this morning. It was beautiful. And I had a lovely chat with my hostess about there's so many unique sounding birds here, or animals, or creatures. I mean, I think most of them are birds, but some of them sound like, I don't know, monkeys or very, very exotic. So we made a recording of the Daily Body Magic to keep for posterity that had some of those sounds in there. And then yesterday, I went to a place called the Spit Bridge, which is the bridge that crosses the Spit, highly populated, very beautiful, beautiful marine with a cajillion boats. And there was a um, wildlife resources type guy. What would you call him? Like a paramedic that was doing a lecture on boat safety and even demonstrating rescuing boats out in the water. So that was very cool. But then I headed off onto the trail from the Spit Bridge all the way along this windy, windy coast all the way to Manly Beach. I wound up walking 10 to 12 miles yesterday. And so I had some pictures that I wanted to share with you. And if you look in the description, um, there will be hang on, I didn't open the right window. Um, there will be a link to look at all of the pictures that I took yesterday. There's almost 200 of them in the full thing. So this little short, come on, sorry, hang on. Here we go. All right, this little short slideshow is just some of the pictures that I took. Oh, I took this to remind myself to mention that the opioid problem is worldwide. Seems to be a representation of our human inability to cope, with pain, right? We can't cope with any kind of discomfort. But anyway, that's another very long conversation that we'll get into one day. Yeah. Okay. So this is the beginning. The bridge is lifting here. So I guess it's crossing the spit, and this bridge lifts and lowers to allow taller vessels to go through. And so I walked across this bridge over to the other side, which is where I connected with the little trail. I always take boat pictures for my friend Maggie, because she's very much a boat person. This is I always take pictures of these so that I can come back and remember where I've been and what I did. And this was so interesting, a little houseboat from this angle, and I'm going to be walking all the way around to that other side and share a picture from the other angle too, which I thought was pretty cool. This is just the trail, and even though it's very wild, this is a very popular trail. I saw hundreds of people on the 10-mile walk that I was on, and that's not my ideal. My ideal is to be away from the sounds of humans and their machines. But I did appreciate all of the effort that the Australian government, I guess, has gone to make this wilderness, the bush they call it here, accessible to everybody. So some very, very cool photos, ups and downs and stairs and um, Yeah, just really, really beautiful. I am so bad at taking selfies. I always manage to make myself look snaggletooth, right? View, you can see the city across the bay or across the spit. More trail pictures. Yeah, look at this view, how little the people are. I'm way up above here, and all of these beaches had beautifully fit people swimming. Somebody got proposed to. I didn't take a picture of the final one, but I heard from another walker that her name was Rita. And this, if you look closely, is a lizard. That's a close up. He looks a lot bigger in this picture than he actually was. But look how perfectly camouflaged he is. And he was so, so still. There were several of us standing around looking at him, and he was just like being really still, so we didn't notice him. Was in the national park. That was an awesome tree. A different view. So this picture could have been taken in Cyprus. Now you see how the bush changes as from the beginning to the end of the trail and everything along the way. Dogs and people. This was a Sunday afternoon. This is where I stopped to take a break under this beautiful magical tree. Yeah, and this is just a beautiful picture of flowers over an archway. There's a doorway that goes in between there that's set in the middle of this big rock. So Sydney is beautiful and amazing, and I'm loving it here very, very much. I'm kind of getting a late start this morning to go off and do what I'm planning to do, which I don't know yet. I think I want to go swimming. The water is still a little bit cold for me, but hundreds of other people found it to be okay, and they're surfing and swimming, and I'm going to see if there are some absolutely must-see unique treasures in Sydney, like museums or art galleries or anything like that. So basically, the day is still wide open for me deciding what I'm going to do. I did all of the work this morning of checking in for my flight tomorrow, and I'm sorry this has already gone so long. But doing the Indian visa, every country has different requirements for paperwork and visa entry paperwork, and so staying on top of that is part of the journey. And so, but all of that's done, and now I'm free to do exactly as I please for the rest of the day, which yeah, it's going to be awesome. So thank you for being here. Be sure to click the subscribe button, the little bell to get notifications of when these vlogs happen. If you look in the description, you'll see links for other ways to connect with me. All kinds of magic is happening over on Substack at the Everyday Magic publication, The Sacred Ordinary. And yeah, I'll look forward to seeing you where I see you, when I see you. Hopefully it's soon. Love and light. Have an amazing day.